Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and I'm feeling a little random today. I just wanted to film a video and just kind of like do my makeup. I just wanted to sit down and play with makeup today. I'll just explain to you guys what I'm using as I'm using it. I guess I'll just be kind of doing like a chit-chatty get ready with me today. So this will be fun. Let's get into the video. So I just got home from the gym a little while ago. I started going back to the gym. I'm really excited about that. I started going back last Monday, so I've been actually a handful of days already and I'm really proud of myself. So it's really nice to get back into it and I feel really good. Yeah, I feel really good about it. So while I was at the gym, I was just kind of thinking to myself like, oh, I just want to go home and I just want to film and I just want to put my makeup on, and I just love doing this because it's kind of like my makeup diary. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of start with whatever I'm gonna start with. So I guess what we can start with is, honestly, I'm just gonna do my makeup how on any given day when I'm not filming, just kind of how I do my makeup. I don't have any particular look in mind. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna wear today the Born This Way matte. This is the 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation. I usually get the shade Pearl, so we will go ahead and apply that with some kind of a tool here. I have absolutely nowhere to go this evening. That's already 5 o'clock in the evening, so we're just getting all dressed up with nowhere to go. So I had a couple of packages yesterday that were supposed to be delivered and they were not in my mailbox. So I'm pretty upset about that because I tried calling the post office today and nobody wanted to pick up the phone. I literally feel like I blew up their phone line. It's just really frustrating because I live in an apartment complex and there have been times where, the mailman has put my packages in the wrong box or have given the key to the wrong box, I'm sure. And I did have some kind of more rather expensive items in the mailbox. So I'm a little frustrated with that. This week's been a frustrating week for a bunch of different reasons. To be honest with you, this is the first time that I've used this foundation. I always usually use the regular Born This Way foundation, like the more hydrating one. Okay, I zoomed you guys in a little bit because my camera has been having a horrible time focusing on me, and I think it just might be because of the motion that I'm doing, like applying my makeup and just the shot being too far away. Gosh, this has such a pretty texture to it. Normally when I purchase anything from Too Faced, they don't really have an exact match for me, which I'm okay with, but usually their stuff is way too light and yellow or way too pink. This one's a really great match. I think about all these things during the day that I'm like, oh, I should talk about that on camera, I should talk about this, and then I just I start filming, and whether it's nerves or what have you, I just don't even I don't talk about what I want to talk about because I forget by the time I get to filming. Wow, this looks really pretty. Yeah, so like I was saying, sometimes when I get foundations from Too Faced, I usually end up getting too light of a color. And then what happens is it just starts to, you can see it in my pores and it's just not cute. So this color and this formula are really nice. So I do like that. So I've been thinking of other video concepts that I could do. This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I use the shade Cream Puff. It's a little too dark, but when I put my, when I put my powders on and I do my whole face, it doesn't end up looking too dark. Anyways, sorry, got distracted. I know I've mentioned it before, but I do really enjoy watching Ghost Adventures and all those, creepier shows and whatnot, and that kind of genre of show is so intriguing to me. I just love to sit there and watch it, and I love to get creeped out about stuff, and it's just I don't know, I have this love for like all things paranormal, I remember that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wanted to share some like really cool podcasts that you guys could listen to. For the last couple of years, actually, I've been listening to this really cool podcast called Mile Higher Podcast, and they do definitely go through like true crime, and I would say like a majority of their stuff is true crime, but they do keep it pretty balanced with like other like paranormal type stuff. So I love listening to their podcast because they talk about like aliens and just like ghost things and haunted stuff, and just kind of like the subconscious and just like a whole bunch of different stuff revolving around that. And it's just so cool because I love watching that stuff. Whether or not I believe in it, I'm a little bit of a skeptic with some of those things, and I haven't experienced them myself, and I'm not really trying to experience them for myself. I don't know, I just really enjoy watching things like that. I'm just gonna do a little bit here. What is that? That's like a big old blob in the center of my forehead. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so a couple of other podcasts that I really enjoy listening to. There's one called, it's a really funny title, but it's called Two Girls, One Ghost. They have like listener encounters, and they have like specific episodes that are for encounters. And actually, I think they read like some of the encounters at the end of their podcast. They just, talk about like different like historical places that have different like haunted things that are going on, and they talk about like folklore and just like different kind of cool stories. And through them I came across another podcast that I really enjoy listening to, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it really freaked me out. The podcast is called Astonishing Legends, and they've been around for quite a few years. I want to say that one of their first episodes was like back in 2014, and I listened to it's called The Sally House. No, it scared me. There were times when I had to like stop listening to it and just kind of move on to something else. And so I eventually got through like all 4 parts that they did. But if you want a good scare and a good spook, like this is a great podcast to listen to, like especially if you can, have like a little earbud in while you're at work. It really helps me to get through work when, we have slow moments and I'm like cleaning or what have you. Yes, I love those podcasts. Another podcast that I really like as well, I do listen to like Smoky Glow. She has a podcast with her fiance. I know she just recently changed the name of it, so I'll link her podcast. Well, I'll link everything down in the description box below, but it's called Glow something. But I do like listening to them because they're like around mine and my husband's age, and they do kind of like talk about politics and things that are kind of important. And I know she is very vocal about like her political views, which doesn't really bother me, but I know that it can bother other people. I just like to listen to it. It's just really interesting what she has to say, and she's a very intelligent girl, very intelligent. So, and they make me laugh. Oh, another podcast that you have to listen to. I don't know if they've done any new episodes, just because I've been so involved with like listening to the Astonishing Legends podcast and like my Two Girls, One Ghost podcast. The Teresa is Dead, her podcast as well. If you go back and you listen to like all of the previous ones her and her husband have done, they kind of like review, I don't know if you guys remember, but on Nickelodeon they used to have like Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was like a television show, and I think that's where I first really got into like paranormal stuff, was when I was a kid, actually, believe it or not. That's so funny. They do like, I guess, TV reviews and movie reviews. They do review also like the Scream movies, like 1, 2, 3. I don't even know if there's a Scream 4. So yeah, a little bit of something you didn't know about me, I guess. Right now I am opening up, I'm using kind of a lot of Too Faced stuff right now, but I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way, the ethereal setting powder. I love this stuff. I used to buy this all the time, and then I was looking for a new powder a while ago, and I was like, oh man, I should get this again. So I really like this stuff. Oh, well, I guess I was so before I was sort of mentioning the whole paranormal thing, I was kind of starting to talk about something else before I got distracted and went the other direction with it. So I know that there's a lot of YouTubers out there right now that do like very similar things to what like Bailey Sarian does. And I also really love watching Robert Welsh. He has a really cool like ghost stories and makeup series that he does. I would love to do something like that. Let me know in the comments below if you would like for me to start doing something like that. I kind of want to do something similar to like a visual version of the Two Girls One Ghost podcast that I listen to. And I'm sure that there's other YouTubers out there that do that as well, but I just think it's kind of cool. Like it would be like such a neat series to do, even for me. Like I can educate myself on all the history of I love history. If I could teach art history, I totally would. I just think that would be really cool to do. So I don't know. I get nervous to do something like that just because I don't want people to, go in my comments and say like, oh, you're a copycat or whatever. It would be something that I would really enjoy doing. We'll see. If I can ever figure out how to do it the way that I would want to and maybe add like a twist of my own onto it, I might start doing it. We'll see. We'll see. It definitely doesn't take me this long to do my makeup in the morning. I think just because I'm just chatting with you all. So totally obsessed with my Jaclyn Hill, the bronzer and blush duo. I probably, at this point when you guys are seeing this film or this video, you're probably gonna have seen me use this a couple times already. I just love it so much. I actually was watching an Allie Glines video this morning and she posted something called a full face of nothing new, and I thought that was super cute. So, shout out to her for that video title. I do really like that. So I'm just using my Jaclyn Hill highlighter. Oh, it's so pretty. Jeez, this stuff. I use it almost every single day since I've gotten it. Oof, okay, so I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty #Bomb Brows. I use the shade 2 Neutral. It is a little orangey for me, even though it's a neutral shade, but it still works. I do still like it, but it just breaks whenever I use it. I was just feeling so inspired at the gym to do my makeup when I got home. So this is my favorite clear brow gel. Son of a biscuit! Jeez! So me and my husband a while ago, maybe like a couple weeks ago, we started watching the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and we actually got through, like the older one, we got through all of it, all the way till the end, and it was just so nostalgic to watch it. It was so much fun, and it's so funny. I caught him yesterday and the day before that, like watching it on his iPad again. He's like, I just really got into it. I wanted to watch it again. I thought that was so cute. I'm trying to think if there's like any other shows that we've been enjoying watching, but I mean, I don't really watch too much TV. The only time I really like to watch TV is at nighttime before I go to sleep, and I end up just watching like kid stuff. So I had a friend come over yesterday. Well, my best friend, she came over with her daughter. She had me watch this music video by, it was one of the girls. I had no idea that she was in a rock band. Let me see if I can find who it is. Her name is Taylor Momsen. I had no idea that she was like in a rock band, and I guess she's been in a rock band for the last several years. Her voice, when my friend was making me watch her music videos when she came over, I couldn't put her voice to her. Like, it was so weird to see this little petite thing with that kind of voice coming out of her. The music group that she's in, it's called The Pretty Reckless. I don't know what the name of the most recent music video is that she did, but I can maybe try to put that down in the description box. Her makeup is so stunning in that entire video, and one of the looks that she had was this real pretty, like, it almost was like a greeny kind of gold color just across her eyelid, and it almost had like a real kind of cool like shape to it. We'll try that. We'll see if I can do that. No guarantees that it's gonna come out just like hers, but it was so pretty. So, and it literally looked like just one shade. and maybe I'll add a little bit of glitter to it as well. So the palette that I'm gonna use, it's the Give Me Glow, the Vintage Rose palette, and we're gonna go in with that shade Thorn and just kind of go from there and see what happens. So I'm spraying my brush with my Fix Plus, and this is the Mint Melt e.l.f. brush that I like. It's like their packer brush, or maybe this one's the crease brush, I can't remember. Blending brush, excuse me. Just gonna dip into that. Oh, of course, I probably should have done my eyes first. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, that color is so pretty. Ooh, well that's fun. I'll make sure to insert a picture of her eye makeup look as well, just so you can see like what I'm trying to base it off of. So I'm just gonna lightly blend. I got this new brush. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. It's the JH10. I've seen her like clean up her eyeshadow before with this, so we'll give it a try. I'm just gonna use the same powder that I used to set my face. I just get a bunch on my brush. Some eyeshadow under my eye. Ooh, that's so fun. I don't wanna do like a really thick bottom lash line. That's so cool. I love it. I love how that looks. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. So then we're gonna go to the other side. Yeah, her music video was just, it was so pretty. Like it was a very like jazz themed video. I wonder if it was called 25? Don't listen to me. So got it on the lid. This is just like, this is a super easy look to do. I'm literally just using one eyeshadow. So I do want this to match the other side. That's the goal. Whether or not that's gonna happen, we'll find out. I think that's pretty good. Okay, then I'm just gonna blend, blend, blend. That's beautiful. This is fun. I like this. This reminds me of like my artistry back in the day when I was at MAC. Oh, it got a little crazy right there. I'm actually gonna put on a little bit of glitter. I think that would be kind of fun. Cause in the video, like her eyes they did sparkle a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is like up in my brow bone, just to add like a real pretty soft shimmer, I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath, this side. I'm gonna use this shade right here. I'm sorry, I don't know what shade that is, but this is the Divine Rose 2 palette. So I'm just gonna use my finger actually. I'm going to just kind of do this up in my brow bone. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that's stunning. I love playing with makeup like this. This is exactly like what I was anticipating my makeup would look like. So that's always good when it turns out how you want it to. I want you guys to see this. I want to zoom you in. Can you guys see how pretty that looks? I think what I'll do is I'll leave it zoomed in here. Okay, so now I have this here. Oh God, this looks stunning on camera. These are my foiled pressed pigments from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I have them all in like the same pan. I was able to get my hands on all of them. I'm gonna use, well, this is not a foiled pressed pigment. This is actually the mirror finished pressed glitter. So this is in the shade Glittery Champagne. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like lightly, I'm just real lightly dipping into it because I don't want to do like a crazy amount of glitter. I'm just going to kind of like tap it like literally all over. Oh, it's so pretty. I love glitter. Hello. Yes. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face so I can make sure the glitter doesn't fall out. Plus my face feels really dry. My makeup dried so fast. To be really honest with you, she didn't really have like a whole lot of darkness up to the lashes. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my mascara. I had to buy a new mascara yesterday because my Bare Minerals one dried out. So I wanted to try something different. I've never tried the waterproof version of the Better, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, but the Better Than mascara. I'm gonna use this one. Oh, my jaw just cracked. That was cute. This is definitely an eye look that would be beautiful for like New Year's Eve. Or like if you're going out. I mean, people really aren't going out right now, are they, I guess? Sorry for my face, I have to do love. I know that she didn't really have like an inner corner highlight, and I love doing that. So I'm just gonna go back in. I'm gonna take like my, actually I like to use my pinky because it's not as much, and I'm just gonna tap that right on the inner corner. I would have had the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics liquid lipsticks if my mailman delivered it to the correct mailbox. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just do a Morphe lip pencil. This is in the shade Sweetheart. I actually really like this one. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take, this is a Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade I'm Nude. This is probably one of my favorite liquid lipsticks. Okay, that's the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I love how this turned into a Taylor Momsen inspired makeup look. I had a nice time like kind of just talking to you guys and chatting. I know I didn't get like super in depth with anything, but you know, sometimes it's nice to just talk about things, let things out. Hopefully I can get my hands on my Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. It was the new launch that she had. It was the liquid lipsticks and the lip liners. I hope I can get that problem solved because I'm very frustrated about that. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.